Hey Stitches, so it is Monday, December 2nd, sometime around 6:30 a.m. and I'm standing in front of my closet because your girl has to go to work. And that means I need to choose an outfit. Something big is happening today, but you will hear more about that in tomorrow's vlog. So pack your snacks because your girl is going to be taking you on a road trip tomorrow. A trip to the office, but a road trip nonetheless. But for today's vlog, we are going to be taking a look back at the rest of the shenanigans from yesterday, December 1st. And I just wanted to pause to say thank you guys so much for commenting on my very first Vlogmas video. Listen, your girl was nervous as heck. I was like, who's gonna take the time to watch my vlog when there are so many other vlogs going on? Like, girl, do you even know how to vlog? But I was overwhelmed with the comments, and that is what is really important for me. Not the numbers, not the rest of the analytics, really. It really is for me the building of a community here on my platform. So when you guys take the time to send me messages, it really warms my heart. And child, your girl was overwhelmed with comments yesterday. I'm really hoping that we can keep the momentum up for the rest of Vlogmas. I'm interacting with you and you're interacting with me. So thank you again so much for your comments. But anyhow, time is a-going and I need to get to work. So I'm going to choose my outfit. You'll see it tomorrow. But let's take a look back at what happened yesterday and deal with question number 2 from my cookie tin. Alright, so my stewed pork is done. So I've gone ahead and started taking out hubby's food. I just need to add the pork to it and then we'll find out from him how it tastes. Alright folks, let us see what the man of the house has to say about this stewed pork. Usually on a Sunday we eat dinner together. That did not happen today because I ended up finishing cooking late and then I felt full. I guess maybe from the aromas from the cooking. Does that ever happen to anybody else? Anyways, so I'm eating my dinner solo today and I'm about to tuck in. And you guys, I'm really excited about this pork. It is soft and it is juicy. I need to get it on my fork with a little bit of this coconut rice. And let's see. Let me tell you guys. If you don't eat pork, half of your life is over. Oh, but it's bad manners for me to eat and talk. So I'm going to tuck this food away in my tummy and I'll check back in with you guys lots later. Alright lovies, so it's still December 1st when I'm recording and the day is almost over. I'm sure you can hear the intrusion of the night animals here. Now, so many times here on my YouTube channel, people comment about seemingly background noise that they're hearing. It's not really background noise, that is the sound of the Caribbean. So crickets and crappos and frogs. Wait, I think crappos are a variety of frog. Whatever, you get the point. So different night animals come out and they are noisy as heck. But for me, because I live here, I'm so accustomed to it, I don't really register the sounds unless I'm purposefully listening, if that makes any sense at all. I'm about to go ahead and braid my daughter's hair and I just figured that I needed to draw for my handy dandy cookie tin so I can share with you question number 2. So I'm just going to pop my tin open and give it a twirl. Oops. So we've got 2 that fell out. I'm just going to keep 1. And the second question that we are going to be tackling for Vlogmas is, how do you organize or store your fabric? Now this is going to be interesting. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how I organize and store my fabric. Be sure to go ahead and leave me some comments down below and let me know how you go about organizing and storing your fabric, especially those of you who answered yesterday's question that you guys were stashers just like me. So I'm going to go ahead and answer question number 2 while I braid my daughter's hair, and then I'm actually going to share with you guys my fabric stash. Actually, my fabric stashes. So let's put a pin right here, go and braid some here, and then I can share that good stuff with you a little bit later. All right, my loves, so we're all set up, and this is my daughter, Nyla. Say hi. So this is what her hair looks like, you guys. I don't even know how you would classify this hair type. It is kinky, but I know you hair gurus have different classifications, but she has like Afro kinky hair. And I need to braid it for school tomorrow, and I just figured whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to be talking to you guys about my fabric stash. Now, you might be able to peep in the corner over there one of my fabric boxes. Now, I don't have my fabrics sorted in terms of the substrates or colors or anything at all. To be honest with you, wherever I can find a spot to shove my fabric, that is where it ends up. So I've got tons of fabric in my fabric box right there. Then I have a couple pieces, maybe one or two in a box over there. Then there is a cupboard in my wardrobe where I have some other fabric, and then in my storeroom I have like my fabric scraps. I swear you guys, I keep way too many fabric scraps. I feel like I should be discarding of them instead of hoarding them, and they kind of just taking up space. But I'm thinking that one of my sewing goals for 2025 will be to make better use of my fabric so that I don't end up with so many offcuts, or to come up with ideas and ways of using those offcuts. So I'm gonna start braiding now. I have my computer right next to me so I can catch up on some of my favorite YouTubers' Vlogmases as well. And I really do need to put the fan on because it is roasting in here. So I'm going to start the braiding now, and then I'll check back in with you guys once I've made it somewhere through this mess. Hey boos, I'm back. So I've gotten done with the front of her hair, and I'm actually thinking whether I want to go ahead and braid the back. I could take the easy route and just put bubbles in the back, but then that would mean I'll have to do them every morning. I've been at it for maybe about 45 minutes to an hour now. I don't consider myself a fast braider. I don't consider myself a professional braider at all, but this is good enough for her to go to school. So I just wanted to show you what she looks like so far, feeling all cutesy, and maybe I'll do something with the back. In the meantime, don't forget to leave me a comment down below and let me know how you guys go about storing your fabrics. I promise I'll be back to show you my fabric stashes as soon as I figure out what I'm doing with the rest of this head. Boo! So I finally finished her hair. I'm just gonna spin it around really quickly so you can see what it looks like. It's not perfect, but it'll do quite nicely for school tomorrow. So now I can get to showing you my fabric stashes. So let's go. Alright, so since you saw this one already, I figured I may as well start with this box. So on top of this box, you guys, this is a toile of No Me 2063 that I started. I had been sharing the progress over on Instagram, but I have since abandoned that project. This is a scrap of fabric that is left over from a really special project that I think goes live on Tuesday. And then these are all projects that I started, but for one reason or the other, I have since abandoned. And they are just hanging out on top of my box. I really do need to find somewhere more appropriate to put them. But alas, it is what it is. I do not have the benefit of a sewing room, so a lot of my things are in my bedroom. I do have a small sewing corner, which I'll show you guys another day, and so I just have to make do with what I have. Now in this box, I'll give you a peek. I've got lots of goodies, and I also have some interfacing from Mood. So some of these fabrics right on top, I would have shared with you recently, or maybe I didn't. Did I share them? Maybe I just recorded them but didn't share them. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, these ones on top are recent additions to the stash. I'm not going to dig up in the stash today. Maybe another day I'll go back and show you some of my favorite pieces. But this is box number 1. Let's go find box number 2. Alright, so this is box number 2. And my husband actually bought me this chest, I want to say maybe a year or two ago. And it's designed so that you can sit on it. As you can see, my box has been wrecked, and that is courtesy of my son. He is a wrecker, I tell you. So I used to have this box right at the foot of my bed because I could sit on it, and in the mornings when I'm lotioning up and that sort of thing, it was very, very convenient. But he has broken it, and so it doesn't work the way it used to work. But it does still hold so many goodies. Now look at this beauty, you guys. I love this fabric. Forgive me if I have not shared that fabric haul yet here on the channel. If it's not here, then it will be here in a short order. But there are some other goodies in this chest. This piece of fabric was actually gifted to me by my sister-in-law, and I really, 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 really like it. It's in my color scheme. If you're new here, you might not know that I had my colors done maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and I am a Your Color Guru ambassador. If you want to go ahead and get your colors done this season, then head on over to their website and use my code on social to save yourself 10% off their packages. Anyways, this is fabric spot number 2. All right, so right under this chair, we have fabric spot number 3. Now, this is just a package that I had gotten from Mood. I think it has like 2 or 3 pieces of fabric inside, but I do have my son's Pampers on top, and I don't really feel like digging up under the chair to pull it out. So you'll just have to take my word for it that there's actual fabric in this box. Why is it still in the box? I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't have anywhere else to put it. I'll go with that answer for now. And let's head on to fabric stash number 4. So you guys, welcome into my wardrobe. So these are some of the lovely me-mades that have made it into my wardrobe and have remained in my wardrobe for the year. And then I've got some linens up here, and right below, an entire shelf of fabric. Now, some of these fabrics are offcuts. Others of these fabrics are full pieces of fabric that I just have not used yet. I really, 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 really do need to find better use for my fabric scraps. So this one, for example, is a fabric scrap. It's left over from making the chalk and notch area blouse. This one is a fabric stash. This is also left over from another chalk and notch make. It is the chalk and notch orchid dress. I have not shared that one here on the channel just yet. And then there are so many other pieces of fabric. This one and this one were actually 2 different swimsuits that I made, one last year and one this year. So you guys, lots and lots of fabric to use. Now, let's go find fabric stash number 5. Is it number 5? I'm losing count. I'm hoping it's number 5. Anyway, let's go find the last fabric stash. Now, the last fabric stash is actually through this door. This is a quick peek of my sewing room. The light is off, so you probably can't see so well. And then, right over here is my storeroom. Now, you guys, close your eyes if you have OCD, because this storeroom is really, really a storeroom. Goodness gracious. It is in dire need of a clean out. But over there, in that box, is fabric stash number 5. Listen, I cannot even get to the box right now. It really, really is embarrassing. So much crap. There's fabric over there. There are packages. There is an entire box of ribbon from my bow making days. There's lots of carding. Then there is some, what do you call this thing again? That you use to like stuff in things. Anyway, there's some of that polyfill. Is that polyfill? And then, as I said, right the way over here, we have fabric stash number 5. Alright you guys, so that's a wrap on Vlogmas Day 2. But before I take my exit for today, it's time for me to share my very first tip about Montserrat. So Montserrat is an overseas dependent territory and we are still under British rule. That means our nationality is British and we carry United Kingdom passports. Now remember, when you hear these facts, to run on over to my Instagram account. It's also on social, and send me a DM and let me know what the fact is. If you manage to collect all 5 facts throughout the Vlogmas series here on my channel, then you will be entered into a grand raffle to win a $30 US gift card to an online fabric store. Now you guys, I am hot, I am tired, I really, really need a hot shower, and yes, I do have hot showers Even though the temperature here is pretty hot, I don't play about that cold water business. I ain't doing that. So I'm gonna have a shower, and then I'm actually gonna get started on a project that I have due tomorrow, which is Monday, and you will hear a little bit more about that on Tuesday. So until then, stay calm, stay cool, stay safe, and keep watching Vlogmas.